Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live stream. My name is Matt Bailey. I'm the National Ambassador for the Scotch Malt Whisky Society here in Australia. Thank you so much for tuning in. A Bailey and a kebab. Happy Thursday, everyone. Can't ask for much more than that, which is really exciting. And, well, I think kebabs are exciting. You do you. And I've got a dram and a big blue box. And so I'm going to go over some of this to show you what's coming up in tomorrow's Outturn. Is that a spider? Ooh. I think I got him. Okay. Bear with me. A spider emerged. Just a little one. Hey, so tomorrow is Outturn. Hope you're all well. Tomorrow is our big festive Outturn. We've been leading up to this for weeks now. It's really exciting. It's always the double issue, the big A4 double issue, all the goodies in here. We think it's going to be pretty busy tomorrow, so I wanted to go over some of the I want to go over two things tonight, two main things to do with Outturn tonight. One is this is one of the last things I want to preview in the lead up to Outturn. I've previewed 29.271, 93.132, 80.14, 5.72. I'm sure there's others I've looked at in the meantime that I've reviewed and tasted and discussed on this channel over the last couple of weeks, which have been fantastic. Last few months of AFL trade period was pretty exciting. A bit to live up here, Bales. Look, I appreciate it. Jesse Morgan, good evening all. Let's crack open this TARDIS. Absolutely. Let's have a look what's inside this big blue box. I want to get to that in just a moment, but tomorrow's Outturn. Now, these live streams, let me just start by saying the last few live streams have been me talking about bottlings in particular, talking about Outturn in particular. That's not where it always began, and that's not where it's headed either. I want to get back into the next week or two talking about some of the aspects and facets about learning about whiskey in a deep way and discover some of the excitement around the enjoyment of whiskey and the appreciation of, and answer some of your nerdy questions along the way. I don't have all the answers, of course. No one does. But I do enjoy learning along the way with you. I enjoy taking your questions, taking your comments, all those kind of things. And that's why I'm going to, after tonight, we're going to go back into focusing on specific topics around whiskey. We've gone from broad to very narrow in the past. We've talked everything from glassware to shell and tube condensers. We've talked worm tubs. We've talked cask management. We've talked maturation. We've talked proliferation, whatever. We've covered a lot of it. And it's really exciting what's going on. Now, before I do that, as I said, Outturn is tomorrow, which means it's one day to go from today. There it is. Outturn is tomorrow. Very exciting. And there it is sitting next to 5.72, which I reviewed on this channel a few days ago. So if you want to go back on our YouTube channel or through the group videos on Facebook, you better have a watch of that. Very intriguing older whiskey from Distillery 5 there. And now we're going to, I guess, tuck into the big blue box. As you can see here, it's a big blue box. It's a bit sort of mysterious at the moment, but it goes on sale tomorrow. I don't want to. I first want to stress with this box is that it's not. This is not exclusive to Outturn. This is ongoing. There's no rush to get this tomorrow. Although, if you want to be first in the door to get one, it's not a bad time to do it because you can combine your orders, as you know. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the tips of Outturn for tomorrow after this. So let me show you some of this. Here we have the new membership box. Nice leather handle on the top here, very sturdy. A nice blurb on the back, actually, well worth a read. I won't read it out right now. I'll leave a bit of surprise in it for you. But it's just about how we're all different. The society is a different approach to whiskey. It's a different journey you take in whiskey, a very exciting one, and all about being part of the world's most colorful whiskey club. Let's have a look what's in this box. This is kind of exciting. I'm going to start with the back or the front. I'm going to start with the back. Okay, let's open the back for a second. There's two things. Well, let's just start with what's going on here. There's two sleeves. There's two sort of compartments on the new box. This replaces the green fold-out box that we saw for years. A very cool 7 reference there. Yes, I'll pay that one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Howdy all, and great night with Whiskey and Helmet. Team Matt, great work, Matt. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you tuning in and watching that. I can't see who wrote that comment, so leave another comment to tell me who that was. Otherwise, I'll check it out later. I really appreciate that. It means a lot to me because a lot of effort and preparation behind the scenes goes on to put those kind of events on. And that was just on Tuesday night, for those wondering, just a couple of nights back. And then I didn't do a live last night, and we didn't do roundtable either. So it was nice to have a night off. But this is tonight, and this is why I'm going to show you what's in this box. The first thing you'll notice when you pull these out is that they're very snug. It's a velvet lined or sort of like felt lined, inside, and it's a very snug, oxygen free kind of space in there. You pull that out, and you have two full size Society glasses, the Society water jug that I'm using right now as well, and a SMWS branded pipette in that little tube there. I might pull that out so you can have a closer look at it. I'm doing this whilst live. I fully appreciate that. No edits. So, Darren, thank you so much, mate. Yeah, that's fantastic. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate that. Like I said, a lot goes into those nights, and it was really great that you were there. And Society branded pipette. I can't really get close enough to the camera to show you that, but it's if you like adding water to your whiskey in a different way, and I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to grab my water jug here, see what I can spill in one night. And if you're one of those people who likes to add their water a bit more scientifically, and just a few drops here and there, that might be the way to do it. So I prefer a jug. I prefer a water jug. But there's two things here. Let's just examine what I was saying before. A water jug is good for drinking whiskey. A pipette's good for assessing whiskey. There's a distinct difference there. But I'm going to pop that back in the pack and not spill my drink. My drink, by the way, tonight, the whiskey I've chosen for tonight is actually the last remnants of the Name This Cask sample that was going around that people want samples of. So I'll just save one for myself so I can submit a name. Of course, if I win the bottle, I'll just give it to someone else. But still. Okay, so that's the back there. You've got two glasses. You've got a water jug. You've got a water pipette. This is a pack designed for sharing. This is a pack designed for sharing with someone. Then you pull out the front compartment. Now, on the front here, this is very cool. Forgot to click on StreamYard. There you go, James. Good to see you, mate. On the front here, we have a tasting mat. Now, this is a reusable laminated kind of tasting mat going on here. It says, number 1, pick the right glass. Number 2, get ready to write your notes. Number 3, use your nose. Nose whiskey. I see a lot of beginners, a lot of first-time people coming into the whiskey category just immediately going shot, and they shot the whiskey back. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take a shot on live to show you, but they forget the nosing part. I reckon some whiskeys you have are like 4/5 of the whiskey is the nose. 4/5, maybe even more. 7/8 of the whiskey is the nose, and then the taste is just the cream on top. I like this whiskey. This is the name of the whiskey sample. Anyway, pick the right glass. Get ready to write. Use your nose. Take a taste. Let's do that now. Tutti fruity indeed. Lovely. Very high proof. Straight out of the casket one, like all of our whiskeys. Add water. Well, I kind of already did that so I could show you the pipette, but that's okay. I'll add a bit more. I think it needs it. Then you take this off. Ooh. Before I get to what's inside, you've got the full tasting, like sort of a tasting guide in the middle here. It's sort of like all the tasting notes of the flavor profiles. Just sort of a nice guide to help you guide your nose and your palate a bit there. And then you've got 3 samples, tasting book, ready to rumble. Now, the question I've been asked a few times about these bottles is that they are indeed 100 ml bottles. So you get 3 100 ml bottles, you get the 2 glasses, you get the water jug, you get the tasting book, you get the pipette, and you get the lovely transport box. This is the kind of whiskey box you'd take with you to a picnic. This is a summer picnic of a whiskey box. I love it. Oh, I forgot to put that back in. Now I've done it, haven't I? Okay. It's hard to do this and stay on camera and stay with some sense of decorum here. I haven't even had a drink yet. So here we go. Pop that back in. It's just so snug. It's so lovely construction. It's heavy. It's delightful. It's not that heavy. I don't know how heavy it is. It probably comes with a spec sheet somewhere. But it's a delightful set that really encapsulates. The reason why we designed it is because it encapsulates more about what the Society membership is now, what it's changed into, what the value proposition looks like, where we're going more than where we are right now as well. It's about sharing. It's about taking something on an adventure, taking us on a walk, taking us on a picnic, taking us to the beach. Something where you can, well, I don't recommend mixing glassware and sand, you know what I mean? But still, taking it to the beach, enjoying a dram, sharing it around, sharing the sense of the society, the membership, and all the benefits that come with it. It's a serious piece of picnic equipment for those who want to have a nice dram with your picnic, and I know I do. This is it's so stunning to see, and it's so beautifully put together. The construction is just really solid, and I want to share that on live with you tonight just now. They are on sale tomorrow with Outturn, but there's no rush. We have a few of them, not heaps, but we've got a few to start us off, and it means that we can jump in on these, and you can jump in on these from next year as well if you want. Now, the question I've been asked a lot is the samples inside the box are replaceable. They will be at some point next year. We're working on it at the moment. We've started with the main package. Oh, I'm getting some feedback on my mic. Hope you can all hear me okay. Anyway. Yeah, we're starting with the main package on the with this, and then we're going to be able to have the add-ons, which will come later down the track, which means the refillable, the new samples that can go in it. So it's not like you empty those 3 and then it's like, oh, what do I do with this pack now? You end up refilling them with something else, and something else becomes something else again, and it's sort of like the whole experience is a bit diluted. We want to make sure that we can supply those, what they are, how much they are, anything like that, and that's all up in the air at the moment. We are working on that as I speak. I'm going to pop that there so it's out of my way. Let me grab some of these comments coming through. Speaking of sharing, who is the one that people would share? I don't really mean by that, Jesse. I mean, you'd share the whole pack, I'd hope. I mean, there's 3 samples in there, and there's a half a bottle's worth of whiskey inside each pack as well. Hope that's working now. Nice pack. Pardon me. Darren, yes, I can see your name now. That's some serious picnic gear, says James. It certainly is. Is it light enough to take as an airline carry-on? Maybe not quite a concern, not a concern quite yet. It is. It's definitely it's under 7 kilos. It's something like, I'd safely say that's about 4 or 5 kilos or something like that. I'm not sure. I think it'd be about 4 or 5, maybe 5.5 max. But you can get. I think what's that carry-on these days? 10, 12? I don't know. I never pay attention to the weight restriction on carry-on, just the size. Although they do weigh your gear sometimes, depending on who you fly. What would you have been the main changes in philosophy in the history of the SMWS? Jesse, what a question. Seriously, that's an amazing question. The main differences in the philosophy of the SMWS. Okay, off the top of my head, and that's a cool question, which I should do a whole video on. I think I said that to one of your other questions the other week, so I'm going to go back and check, unless you remember what it was. One of the main differences I've seen in the philosophy of the society since I've been working at it, since the whole team in the UK and US and everywhere, and even here, as well, is that we've seen some of the big changes have been in the sense of, I guess, the sense of it being much more of a whiskey club, much more of a place where people come together either in person or online or all over the world. And the more and more, I mean, COVID accepted, of course, but all over the world, you see instances of members bumping into other members at a German partner bar or a Switzerland partner bar or a Tokyo venue or something like that. And there's that shared sense of, hey, we're all on this amazing journey and we're all in different parts of our journey. And you find, and the other thing, I think one of the other philosophies of one of the changes I've seen the most in society is that it used to be a place, I think I can safely say, society was very much viewed, at least, as a place where it was like that final step for many whiskey drinkers. It was kind of like, oh, well, I've tried blended whiskey, and then I've tried a Lafroig 10, and then I've tried some Glenfiddich, and then I've tried some cask-strength whiskey, and then I tried a single cask-strength or something, and then I've tried Society. And a lot of people saw the SMWS releases as, say, the final frontier, if you like, the end of the line, the pinnacle, or whatever you want to call it. And like you had to be of a certain expertise to even get in. That's something I've seen radically change over the last, especially the last 2 or 3 years, in that you see a lot of, I say, younger members coming in who are discovering whiskey for the first time, or maybe not the very first time, but very early in their journey coming in. And they may have tried a Chivas Regal or a Johnny Walker or something years ago, and then they've tasted a society whiskey from a friend of theirs or from at an event or at a festival and gone, oh, wow, I had no idea whiskey could be that. And then it's always after that, on the outside of that, where they've discovered, yes, the whiskey was part of it. and the community was on the second. Now it's sort of all one now. The community and the whiskey go hand in hand, and I think that's what I really love seeing most about what's changed at the society in the time I've been here. In that it's been the community aspect is unbelievable, and the amount of people you see making new friends through events, through online, through tastings, through gatherings, through all sorts of things that we do has been phenomenal. Seriously, even I know I've said it before, but our Facebook group is a good example of that. If you're watching this in the Facebook group right now, you know what I mean. It's a great example of where the community is, and there's great discussion around flavor profiles, around pairings, around travel, or around adventure. And that's what I love most about the society, is that aspect of it. The community aspect that it's not a bottle of the month club. It's not something that's just sent to you each month. And, the extent of the proposition is, well, here's a bottle. And that's not really interesting. I don't think it is interesting. It's not interesting to me anyway. That's sort of just like, it's like a wine club. A lot of wine clubs that are just like, yeah, we'll send you an email each month and you get a bottle each month kind of thing. I think we always do well and above more than that. And I'll just say, even as I've spoken about before, even the last 9 to 12 months of scientific development and research that's going on at the society, that's a philosophical change in many ways. We've always been doing it, but the fact now we've got a much stronger association with SWRI, with SWA, with the associations that govern these spirits around the world. And then I think there's a third phase coming up, which I can't talk about right now, but it's very exciting, which is all the next sort of the next level of that in a way. And where we're seeing that develop into sort of, especially in Q1, Q2 next year, and some very exciting developments there. Jesse, so that's a very cool question. That's a very cool question. I do love it. Thank you so much. I'm going to I think I need to do a longer stream just on that one alone. That's an awesome comment. See, right there, joining the society definitely notched up the journey for me. That's all I need to hear. Is it's really taken on, it's notched up your journey. It's taken your sensory experience and flavor-led discovery on to a new level. And that's really all it's about, is taking that and taking your experience into the next level and saying, this is what I love. And finding those flavors and finding those pairings and those experiences. And that's all we strive to do every single day. So I really appreciate that. Good evening to James Finnegan. Hope you're well. SMWS branded picnic / director's chair coming up. Not the worst idea, James. I could make one just for you, mate. Don't forget to opt out. Major to turn from me with other clubs. See, that's what I mean. I know there's a few of them out there. There's at least 4 in Australia or something. There's a few elsewhere in the UK, US, etc. I won't go too far into that, but there's the whole sort of like, don't forget to opt out message starts out on a negative first foot. Let's be honest. It's sort of like, oh, don't forget this Sunday or this Monday or this Tuesday, you've got to opt out. Otherwise you'll accidentally be sent something that you don't actually want because it's whatever it is. It's a core range release that is often 40 something %. And I don't know. There's a time and place for those. And absolutely there is. And I have a lot of respect for all the businesses that do that. But that is in my opinion, not what a whiskey club is about. That is what a mail order service is about. But that's fine. And honestly, I've opted in and out of them over the years as well. But you always find a way to sort of discover flavor through other avenues. So let's great comment. There are so many amazingly knowledgeable people to draw from, to learn from, and to share with the SMW as a special organization. Really appreciate that, Darren. And Darren, I'm really looking forward to when we can catch up and have a dram. Honestly, I'm looking forward to getting up to Queensland. Honestly, even just getting out of New South Wales would be good. Evening, Matthew, says someone. Yes. So I'll just to finish on as well, I want to go over some of the points, some of the most important points about the guide for tomorrow, the must-read guide for tomorrow. It's on our website. It's under smws.com.au/news. A must-read guide to Outturn. That's tomorrow at midday. We often get all those questions and requests on how to check out and secure that bottle you're after. Okay, so 1, your purchase is not secured until you've checked out. I can't stress that enough. Susie can't stress that enough. Your purchase is not secured until you've checked out. That is crucial. Until you hit that checkout button, your purchase is not secure. That's as simple as that. Second of all is if you have any additional comments for your order, you want to combine shipping, put it in the order comment section on the order. Really important. If there's a bottle you're after and one that you would be okay to miss out on but kind of want as well, get the one you're after first and then go back in and get the second one. You'll be charged twice for shipping, but being the wonderful whiskey club that we are, we'll refund it. That's fine. So, yeah, don't forget to log in. That's the best advice as well for society members. Don't forget to log in. Make sure you're logged in ahead of midday, like well ahead of midday. And just make sure that your card on file is up to date. If you're trying to check out with an out-of-date card, we don't allow that. I've seen that happen with other places, but we don't allow that. It's you go in, you go out. Like make sure you are logged in and your card is up to date. And definitely made our shout for first drams. Really appreciate that, Darren. If I forget to opt out, can you please send another 29? Yeah, God, that 29 is something else, isn't it? Even Susie and Susie's thinking about getting one for herself. We'll see how we go after tomorrow. We always put members first. We don't actually buy bottles for staff until the members have had a chance to get them. I think that's all from me for tonight. That was my Outturn tips, a bit of a preview on this. Not a big stream tonight, just a chance for us to catch up, have a bit of a chat. Looking forward to tomorrow's Outturn, of course, and looking forward to anything, all the comments, questions, shoot them through to me as earlier rather than later. The other tip that I saw from Susie was your and sending through an email at midday to our office or to myself, or sending me a message or sending Susie an email saying, oh, can I please order this? That's not an order. We can't process them that fast. You've got to understand there's got to be a bit of time there. Don't try and call the office tomorrow if you're going to avoid it. There's only one phone line and it gets blocked up. So I would recommend sending an email tonight if you have any concerns. Otherwise, look, it'll be after Outturn. Really looking forward to big festive Outturn. Of course, I'll show you some of the goodies coming up. I'll just bring up my screen again. Of course, here we go. There is the pack that I was just discussing. And I'm giving one away. I should have mentioned this. There it is. Okay, I'm giving one away. This is valued at $2.99, of course, is the new Society Discovery membership kit. Here's how you win one of these, valued at $300. Refer a friend to the society. As simple as that. Get one of your friends to put their name in the referral box when they join up. It says referred by. Just do that. Become a member yourself. If you're watching this video or reading this Outturn and you're not already a member, all you have to do is join between now and the 13th of December, and you go in the draw to win. And number 3 is if you do buy one of these membership kits between now and the 13th, you'll also go in the draw as well. So you've got a multitude of ways of ordering. That means you'll end up with 2 kits, but you can give one away. It makes for a great Christmas present. Where are we? And of course, we have the Advent calendar going live in Outturn tomorrow. That's super exciting, I have to say. That's kind of like just, kind of pumped to see that actually happen. We had it last year. It's the same price as last year, and it's 25 single casks in the box. Really exciting. It's all preview stuff we've never seen. There's a document sitting somewhere on my computer which has the list of whiskeys in it that I have not opened deliberately. I don't want to know what's in it yet. I want it to be a surprise for myself as well. Jesse says, would you say it's worthwhile getting a TARDIS this year or maybe give it a while for the Infinity bottle feature? Depends on your needs, of course. Jesse, I think you answered your own question there. I think it's just depends on your needs, depends on what you're after. I'd stick for a few bottles and maybe an Advent calendar tomorrow, if anything. The TARDIS, I know it's got that nickname now. It's obviously sticking. The TARDIS whiskey tasting box is not just a tomorrow thing. It's ongoing into next year. But it's a lovely box. A new box looks lovely, by the way. Thank you so much. At least there's no 33 tomorrow. Look, if it was, the website would certainly crash. Kebab gone, stream done, great night. James, awesome. James, you are actually in the draw for this. You already are, because we've already announced it, so it's fine. You're in the draw to win that pack, by the way. So here's the Advent calendar. I'm not going to tell you anything more than that, but it's a 25 casks for Christmas. It's a fun little pack, fun big pack, I should say. I also want to make a special. Oh, what's going on here? There's some funky stuff happening with my new mouse. We've also got a new partner bar at the Society, which is, of course, a celebration. I'm doing the full training with them next week, so after that, they'll be very much equipped. But I want to show you some of the sexy photos from this new venue. Dean's Lounge in Potts Point. Here they are. It's funky music. It's tabletop games. It's right on Kellett Street, 7 Kellett Street, Potts Point. Really excited to work with these guys. Same team as Shirt Bar. So they certainly know their presentation, and those jaffles are unbelievable. Cocktails, beers, whiskey, society. They've got just a bit of everything here. It's my proper favorite suburban bar, and a fully restored EP jukebox there. It works completely. It's unbelievable. It's fantastic. Really fantastic. So that's all I want to go over tonight, really, just to show a few things that's upcoming at the society. And I really appreciate you all tuning in tonight for a quick half-hour chat. Looking forward to tomorrow's Outturn, of course. And anything you want to grab, go for it. And how many advent calendars are being released? Don't think the Outturn stated the number. Oh, that's a good question. I think it's like 60. I'm going to go with 60, maybe 54, maybe 60. Somewhere around there. It's a few. It's a fair few. I can't find it now. That's always the case, isn't it? It's on the page that you don't look at. It's after that, isn't it? It's after this. It's after that. It doesn't matter. Look, the advent calendar is coming, and I think we've got 60 of them or so. So plenty to go around, but we got 60 last year, and they vanished in a day or two. So it's not something you want to sort of take your time with buying. Slanche all, may your bottles never run empty and the conversation never end. Jesse, the conversation will never end. The bottles will always be going. And I just want to again say that we will be back next week. I don't have a vlog tomorrow after Outturn. I have an event tomorrow night. But I will say that really looking forward to Outturn, and I'm really looking forward to getting back into some of the nuts and bolts of whiskey appreciation and some of the sort of nerdy topics outside of just bottlings, of course, and take this channel back to where we started with talking about great whiskey and some of the subject matters that we'll announce well ahead of time, so you can prepare some questions and learn so much about the society and about whiskey and about great spirits, of course. Until then, have a great evening, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all soon. Slancha.